Okay, we're going to talk about changing the buttons properly on the ice coasters, which also goes for the NASCARs and the Racer 08s. In particular, the ice coasters with the media players, because hooking the wires up on the back of the button incorrectly can cause some very hard to diagnose problems, as well as some major internal problems of parts actually going bad and getting fried, for lack of better terminology. So we're going to use the Gemini, the right hand side of the ice coaster, for illustration purposes today for this video, and hope we can teach you something. What I've already done is opened the access to it through the verifier door and taken the bill box off so I could reach up inside and get to it easier. Now I have it hanging down here, okay? This is pretty simple. Now I want to describe this to you first a little bit. You're going to see in your hand there's two types of plastic on there. There's two parts to this button. There's a more clear piece that comes out where the light goes in, and that's your socket, okay? And then attached to the socket is a black common / ground wire and the hot or power wire, which will always be orange on all the lights on the ice coasters, NASCARs, and racers, okay? Now we're in the process of installing these LED bulbs, which are polarized. So if you get a light that, if you get one of these to replace one of your own and it doesn't work, the light doesn't work, take the bulb out, turn it 180 degrees, and it should work, okay? Because they're polarized, they have to be positive and negative, all right? Now, the second part of the button, and this is really vitally important. You'll see another black set of black wires right here on the back, and then you'll see this colored or red wire. Now this red wire will be a different color for the opposing side, because this is actually your selection wire that goes to the black box that tells the black box to choose Gemini. And then the other color, of course, will choose the blue streak or the opposing side of the ride. Okay? Black wire will always go to the rearmost portion of this button assembly. The colored wire will always go to the center portion of this button assembly. And this tab, this electrical tab right here, if it's not bent or cut already before you get it, it is never used on the buttons of the ice coasters. Now do not mistake this. It looks a lot like the trigger switches for the coin mechs. They hook up differently. The poles are in different positions. Do not use them as illustration purposes and hooking stuff up. Go strictly by this video and what you already know to be true. Now here's what I want you to realize. If you hook these wires up right here, if you hook them up wrong, they will throw a kink in this system that is extremely hard to diagnose. That's why we're doing this video for you, so you can understand this a little clearly. So you got two parts to this. You have your socket, okay, which has the two wires on the outside that run your lights. Then you have your actual switch right here, and you can see the switch that have the two wires on the back, one on the back and one on the bottom, and the third closest pole to the light, this one right here, is never used, okay? And then once you're done, you'll just slide it back up in here, and you're done. Thank you very much.